Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya. Hope you are doing great. Came across a video of an Asian man who is peace, and he is actually begging for money already because he is broke, because he got fired from his work. For what? For ranting and for denigrating black people, and also saying so many denigrating things about George Floyd. I don't know how people got to see his video, or sorry, his videos, his tweets, and all that, and then gathered all of it and reported him to his office. And the office called him while he was like probably on his way or getting ready to go to work, called him and told him not to show up. And he was trying to defend all he said, right? To my greatest surprise, he thinks that he has right, to say whatever he has to say. And he tried lying to them that he talked about liberal women. And the man told him, the person that called him told him, this is not about liberal women. You were specific from the tweet about the people you were talking about. I love it. Let me tell Asians something. The truth is that Asian people really do have a whole lot of work to do. Deconstructing their anti-blackness is too much. I said what I said, and you heard me right. The anti-blackness that runs in the Asian community is excessive, and they need to deconstruct. They need to come down from their high horses. Let's get into this video.
Everyone, my name is Kongmin Lee, and I was just fired from my job for my conservative beliefs. This wasn't about my job performance or my relationships with colleagues. It happened because of the things I've said online and the political and religious views I've shared. Right before I was about to head out to work, I got a call from an executive at my workplace, and he opened with this.
The reason for this call is that we've decided to terminate your contract effective immediately.
Oh.
Beginning today and going forward, you're going to cease all contact with employees, and you are not welcome on our campus.
So they told me I was being removed immediately and not to return. The main reason? Because my posts were dehumanizing and derogatory.
It's clear to us that your commentary invokes language that's derogatory and dehumanizing.
The specific example they kept bringing up is when I called women who celebrated the murder of Charlie Kirk hags and psychopaths. And apparently, that's unacceptable. What else are they? Calling them psychopaths is mild compared to the depraved gloating over the death of an innocent man. But they didn't care about the context. So what specifically?
Well, how about yesterday when you implied that women shouldn't have the right to vote and that women are hags, miserable people, birthers, and psychopaths?
I didn't call women that.
Yes, you did. It's very clear. We have evidence of it.
Yeah, you can pull it up. I said that liberal women who dehumanize people and celebrate that.
You did not say liberal women. You did not say liberal women.
The context is...
There's no context. Your language...
Do you mind if I can...
I'm going to finish. Your language is dehumanizing. You target every kind of identity that's represented. I'm embarrassed that we're just realizing it.
So the context behind that is the thousands upon thousands of videos and tweets and posts of people who are celebrating the assassination of a husband and a father 2 weeks ago. So the context is the sheer number. It was like 80 to 20, 90 to 10. The majority of people celebrating his assassination, someone murdered in cold blood, were women. Now, these are women who are untethered to their family. They don't have good family lives, right? They have abandoned their families and they don't have children.
So you don't know that. You don't know that.
Okay, sir. So this is, sir.
Suggest that the answer is to.
Am I allowed to finish, or are you going to keep white-splaining to me?
We can be done with the conversation. You are no longer permitted on this campus. You are effectively terminated immediately from your employment.
I asked for another example, and he accused me of saying that fat people shouldn't exist. What?
You clearly believe that fat people shouldn't exist.
What?
Correct?
I have never said that. I've never said that fat people should never exist. This is your emotion speaking. If you're able to at least use your fat as a reason.
We have a file full of odious things you've said.
Odious, like what else? What else?
Any one of which would be eligible. We would escort them out of the building. My only regret is that we've just discovered this at this point. And that's on this institution.
Okay, so I don't understand what beliefs that I hold because I don't dehumanize women. I have talked many times on my platform of how women are incredible, that their telos, which means design in Greek, is to birth life, and that's a very important role in civilization. I've said that multiple times. I said they're empathetic, they're compassionate, they're great nurturers and caregivers. That's what I've said. I've also said that men need to step up. I've never said that men are better than women or women are better than men. I've never said that fat people should never exist. That's absurd. All I've said is that they should take care of their bodies and that they should steward the bodies that God has given them, right? So
I'm not interested. I'm not interested in this debate.
And you see, no matter how much I try to reason, this is how liberals think. They don't value diversity of thought or the free marketplace of ideas. They will fire you, destroy your life, and in extreme cases like we saw with Charlie Kirk, kill you and dance on your grave if you dare hold any right-wing opinions. To be an open conservative today in America still means to be a social pariah. Companies and institutions will punish you without question. But I believe in speaking honestly about my values. I've tried to be respectful while also being direct. Of course, I tend to be sarcastic and incorporate humor in my posts, but apparently that's become grounds for dismissal. I don't think being conservative or having strong religious Christian convictions should cost someone their livelihood. It is possible for someone to hold beliefs that you disagree with and that person not be a crazy, hateful person. I just wish that they at least tried to have a conversation with me before viewing me and firing me as a derogatory, dehumanizing bigot. They don't even know what it is that I believe, but as you can see, they chose to take things out of context to create a fake version of me. Because having a conversation and trying to reach a place of understanding is hard. And it's easy, instead, to dismiss and fire someone who disagrees with you as a racist, xenophobic, misogynistic, transphobic, homophobic, everyphobic monster. They chose to treat me like some violent terrorist that's not allowed on their property or to contact any of their employees anymore. They are more angry with me calling out garbage behavior than the garbage behavior itself. They are more angry at me calling people celebrating Charlie's assassination hags and psychopaths than they were at the very demons who celebrated Charlie's assassination. So what now? Well, I know some of you have noticed that I've been absent from making videos and content for almost 2 years now. And that's true, and I sincerely apologize for my absence. I would post on X in my free time from time to time, but I wanted to live a more normal life for a while off the internet. I was struggling financially and I tried to make money in other ways by working other jobs. I also spent time in counseling, trying to get right with God, because I realized I had been living a life of sin as a hypocrite while publicly espousing Christian conservative values. I even tried pivoting into other career paths to see if that's where God was leading me, but it seems God had other plans. I believe God is using this to push me into what I was already being prepared for: full-time content creation and public speaking. Sharing truth, building a community that isn't afraid to stand firm. If you remember 4 years ago, this is actually the second time I've been fired from my job for my social media posts. God really is nudging me. I can't compromise my voice just to keep a paycheck and live comfortably any longer. I'm going to focus on building a platform where I can speak openly, create content that matters, and continue the sort of work that I love, fighting for what is good, right, and true. I will also be focusing not only on American contemporary politics and culture, but also bridging the gap on what is going on in Korea. But here's the reality. Losing my job means I lost a lot of my income overnight, and while I transition into this new chapter, I do need help covering basic expenses, rent, bills, food, until my content work is sustainable on its own. That's why I've launched a Give, Send, Go campaign. If you believe in free speech, if you want to help me continue creating, or if you just want to help support me during this transition, I'd be incredibly grateful. Even if it's just a few dollars, that would mean the world to me. And whether you donate or not, thank you so much for listening and sharing. God closed one door, and now He's opening another. I may have been fired, but I'm not backing down. I'm moving forward. Thank you for standing with me, and God bless.
A conservative influencer named Kangbin Lee apparently lost his job for his conservative beliefs. In a post he says, "I was just fired from my job again for my conservative beliefs. They tried to silence me, but I won't stay quiet. Here's why I'm speaking out and here's what comes next," or whatever. Yeah, this is the same Kangbin Lee that's making fun of George Floyd January 16th of 2025. Yeah, for these are his conservative beliefs, making fun of a dead person. Also, after Charlie Kirk was killed, he said fire them to the people that, made fun of the fact that he was killed. Same guy that made fun of George Floyd earlier this year. Yeah. Here he is as well, September 23rd, saying that we should be repealing the 19th Amendment. Huh. He says women untethered from good masculine authority become the worst hags and psychopaths with their emotions and neuroticism weaponized for destructive purposes because it is not in accordance with their God-given design to be birthers of life and their husband's helpmate. Yeah, that's what they were trying to silence. You saying, women shouldn't have rights, and you making fun of deceased black people because you think it's funny. The fuck is wrong with you?
This is all I got from this video. And I am sure you saw the screenshot that I left where the whole thing started. That was September 30th. He made a crazy tweet on X about black people. American blacks are the only group that embraces the worst of their community and claim it as their culture, right? Every group rejects the worst of their communities, but American blacks instead make songs about how vain they denigrate. I think he meant denigrate, right? And proudly helpful they are towards others. And then he also, I know you are Indian, but you are equally that illiterate. Also, what he tweeted to somebody, and there were so many. I decided, because I don't know him anywhere, I also decided to check him out, and I saw people make video of him on YouTube, which I also do not want to lift somebody's video, especially on YouTube, right? So put here, but this is more what I just read out now is, and the last video the black man made is good enough for him to be fired. He said he's a Christian, right? I see no Christianity in this man. I really do not understand what it's going on with Asians that think they are white, right? Because people made opinion about that man's death, so you decided to take it upon you. Oh my goodness. I don't know the company he worked with, right? But whoever that caught that man, he did a great job. He schooled him. Yeah, he did a great job with the way he called him and ended up telling him, I am not here to go back and forth with you and all that. Some people think they can eat their cake and have it. No, Mr. Ling Chun or what, Kang Min Lee, that Kang Ling Me. You cannot eat your cake and have it. You think you are white. Let me tell you something. Some people will do something and get away with it. But I know where you are from. It's obvious. Modern minority has made majority of you think that you are untouchable, or you are no longer a minority, or you are no longer Asian, or probably because you speak good English. Yeah, you speak good English. For that reason, you think you can just come around and say whatever you want and get away with it. Being conservative have made majority of you very comfortable, that you sit in your houses and type rubbish. Let me tell you something. I do not know the people that would just maybe 2 minutes or 3 minutes of whatever. Some videos they make don't even get up to 2 minutes. Maybe a few seconds of the video you make will just get you into trouble, and that is it for the rest of your life. That shows how disgusting majority of you are. Yeah. You said you are conservative, but there aren't, the truth is that a majority of you do not sit down to reflect on the things you say or do to other people. And then when it's being done to you, you get mad and get angry. Majority of you sacked so many people from job, but now you are sacked. And this is not the first time they fired him. Probably the second time. Oh, you are about to turn to a community beggar, right? Trying to tell people that you've set up a crowdfunding so they can send you $1 or $2. Anybody that sent that money must be as bad as you are, because you are a bad person. I said what I said. You are a very bad person. Majority of you have forgotten where you are coming from because you probably live among white people. For that reason, you think you are white. And I do not even see reason why a minority will ever think of being a conservative. You played yourself, not me. Sincerely speaking, you did not play me, you played yourself. And you all will continue to play yourself to the end of time. You come out and you make yourself you make yourself think that you are better than people that look like me in everywhere, in every shade. I don't know the people that reported you, but if I see them, you know what? They deserve a bottle of beer. I don't drink beer. Yeah, but whoever, if you drink beer, man, I will give that to you because you did a great job. Whatever you want. I mean, something that I can afford, I definitely will buy it for you. People like this are detrimental to society. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because majority of them cover up with Christianity. God has a way of doing this, and God has this or that, or God. Leave God out of this. Can this God rest on you guys' behalf? God, he needs rest on a very serious note. So you all should stop all this brouhaha. And all the disgusting things you wrote about George Floyd, they are all catching up. I hope whoever, the crowdfunding that you set up, I hope people steal from it, or I hope the link never works each time you drop it. Because God, I don't know how to, I don't know I don't want to involve God because God is on his own and you are calling him. Some of you are just very dangerous, but you all do not know it. But not until you find out how dangerous you are to other people. Sincerely speaking, I don't want to see his face anymore. But really, I am pissed. I am pissed in the sense that people will wake up from nowhere and decide to drag black people into something they know nothing about. The person that they unalived, did you not see the person that unalived him? You are not facing that person, right? People that are mad about the things he has said about them are pissed. You are there trying to be the moral judge. Oh, the people that reported him to wherever, that got all the fire and reported him to their office. You all, I doff my hat for you. You did a very great job. I will draw my curtain here. Bye for now.